Member for Caribou North.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Let's put the record straight. We spent this morning talking about the impacts on our forest community. So I think it's important to set the record straight. We've been standing up for workers and families and rural communities that have been hollowed out by this government's decision and lack of action. You know, last year, communities were devastated by the wildfires. And look at how Alberta responded. Alberta was able to get permits out the door 3 weeks after. 3 weeks after those fires. Now, let's look at what happened in my community. My community, we were still waiting this spring for the same permits to access those wildfire stands. And guess what? 400 people in my community went without a paycheck. So through you, Mr. Speaker, to the Premier, when are you going to start standing up for workers, start making sure that our workers have access to bringing home good paychecks? And you know what? Here's something. The Premier could stand up today and adopt the BC United's plan to make sure that we are enforcing strict timelines for public land decisions, securing a future for workers and families in rural BC. Will the Premier do that today?
Minister of State for Sustainable Forestry Innovation.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And it's a bit rich to be lectured about standing up for workers from a party led by someone whose main commentary on supports for laid-off forestry workers when he was in government was boo-hoo. The decisions that have happened this past week from Canfor, the problems and issues
Members.
with access to fibre, with access to fibre due to unprecedented wildfire conditions and, yes, difficult markets. We are next to the largest housing market on the planet. Interest rates go up, American housing starts go down, prices crash. It is difficult across
Members,
the board.
let's hear the answer, please.
Mr. Speaker, we are doing...
Just a second. Minister will continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But we are doing the work. I was up in Quesnel recently, just like I was out in Adams Lake, touring active wildfire salvage to go into the Interforce sawmill in Adams Lake and looking at barriers and process issues in place. Well, we're set on resolving those, Mr. Speaker, which is why we changed the Interior Appraisal Manual to incent and expedite wildfire salvage to help those operations continue. There are 30 BC timber sales licenses being developed right now in response to the 2023 fires, and we're going to continue to do that work. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.